Okay, we were getting more errors before here. So after we get user, okay, we get our user, and then here we pass we get auth user, and then once we just see lg console log, then we pass auth data. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, once we do like this, you find here we are getting undefined. Okay, let's say, okay, we are going to move user question mark dot auth data, okay, question mark dot result question mark dot name. Let's see, are we gonna get error or not? Instead of that one, let's first remove that one out. We are getting user directly, and we are trying to leave it saying undefined. Okay, maybe we need to do instead of fetching this data from admin here, okay, let's try to fetch it near there. Let's say we'll create this one there, copy this, go to admin, let's remove it from props. Okay, let's say we'll create this one there on top. Yes, now it works. You can see here Ali is here, the name coming. That means we'll do like this, the same function for the token here. Where is token? This one here, use effect, copy this one, and then transfer this one here. After this one here, like this will enable us to set our data, and then once we log in user, we can be able to see what's going on. So you guys can see here everything seems to be happening like a magic. So you can see the way of the structuring here, it requires us not to pass props here. Okay, so what we can do now is to pass this information where I want to put our name. So assuming we will have our data structure already, we know how we can fetch everything is working like magic. Good. Here, let me take it like this. Also, let us go and see the way how we can put our navigation there on top. I think I have to put it side by side, then like this, then here localhost. Now I think I don't need to log in because I'm getting the name. I can get all what I want. So the mission here is to remove the header out, this navigation. I don't want this navigation to be there. I can remove it and press save, everything goes. So here down here I'll just create my div. So this div will have width, of full, that's 100. Then it will have a height also, or it will have another div within. Then this div will have width of 10 out of 12. Then margin should be auto, like this. Then within this div here, okay, this div here we can have two different div. One is going to help us get for us the name of the user will be here, user name. Okay, you can have enough username and photo if you are going to use the other part. Username and the photo will be here, and the second one will help us with a button for log out. Okay, now if you can see something is already coming there, has a structure. Then within this div here that have username and password, within this one we can make it flex and see. You can make justify between, to create space between them like this. Then we can have a bg background of green dash 900, the dark green, like this. No, the bg will be on the first one, sorry, the first div here, because it is full, like this. Very good. And then it will have the p property, the p property, py, I think top and bottom should be 8 to give us enough space. And then here we have username and password. We are going to put our message here, maybe like hi, then I can put emoji. So to get emoji from your window, press on window keyboard plus comma, semicolon, window semicolon. Then let's say hi. How do you type hi here? It doesn't support search for the moment. Okay, let's see the symbol of hi. There's no hi here. Let's try this one. So, greeting. No. This one's taking us very far. We could not find this one. Oh, I think we will find hi just here, the basic one. Oh my god. Are you guys following me?
Yes, sir.
Good. So we have hi. There's no symbol here saying hi. Let's try this rocket. Anyway, so here we are going to put them inside h1. So in the h1 we pass them, then we can style this h1 cn class name. So text is going to be 2xl, somehow big, like this, and font should be bold, font be on like this, be bold. And the text, I think the text, both of this one should have a text of white text, dash white. Save. Good. So hi, like this will take the name of the person. So let's say the name of the person will be passed here by user question mark dot. This question mark is optional, change not to give us error instead if it doesn't exist, but if it exists it will pull for us the data we want. User dot auth data question mark dot result. This is where the information are stored. Question mark dot the name. We need the name of the person. So if I say like, if I say hello, hi, Ali Juma, it's already appear up there. And then if you want to get other information from him, we can get a lot. If I want to see the email of the person, I can also show the email by simply copy this one like this. Then I will put any HTML element. Then here instead of name, I will just type here email like this. So if I save like this, you see the email can go there. If you take it in different HTML element, like cut off this one, scroll up a little bit, down the one here, you put your P, then you paste it like this. You see, you get this email down. Okay, it's saying hi and then plus the name of the user. So it depends on you. So if you want to see the password also, type here password. But this password nobody will. I think password will be double S here. If I do like this, see this type of password. even if you copy and give to someone, or you say maybe you will try like this, copy this password like this, and then you try to log out. Let me say in case you log out by mistake, okay, you push the name is Ali1, paste this password here and press enter and see whether it will log you in or not. You see, it refused. It will not take you in because this one is not the password, this one is a hash pad. So for you to work, you need to provide the correct information from the user. That's 1 2 3 4 5. Now when I click like this, it will compare and it will decrypt that one hash password which is up here. Then after all, it will know, oh, this guy was putting 1 2 3, then it will work. So it's not necessary, okay, but this is the way how you guys can get them. And also you will go and get token if you want, but token is not something that we need to share with people, it's work in the background. So remove that one out. Now we get the name. Now we need to implement the logout functionality, okay, because when we log in like this, you can be able to log out from here. Imagine this page is not going to be accessible when you click here on admin here. I don't want someone just to go to localhost / like this and put the admin here, after press like this and get in. We need to make sure the person getting in must have the valid information. He must log in first and he will not be redirected there. First, let's implement logout. How do we deal with the logout functionality? And even if you see, even if I refresh like how, we want this one to crash when we click on our logout button. So let's see how we can let's first go and develop our logout button. Logout button should be done here. So remove this word here, type button. For that button, I think you can say here log out. This the word should be there, and then we can style it well. CLA. Then we can say okay, first of all, font should be bold and text should be the same. Text should be 2XL. Let's see. Good. It will have a BG background of green, but that green should be 300. Some people prefer to use red. I think it's also good. Red. Or the real red like this, 400. Okay, not bad. I can maybe make it rounded, adding a padding of 2. When I click here, it has to do something, but in order to make this one work, we need to add on click. When we click, we need to call a function outside there. So let's go on click. On click, we need to specify the function. The function will be called log out. So let's go and implement what is there in the log out. So it's not defined, that's why it crashed our application here. So down here, let's say log out function. So we are going to say const log out is equal to this parenthesis, and then later we pass it here, we pass the logic. So what do we want to do when we click on log out function? First of all, we need to dispatch an action so that we need to dispatch. When we click on dispatch, it will take us up to reducer, up to backend, and see what does that dispatch do. It's going to log out a person. To log out a person, meaning I want to set up my user here. You see, set user to all the JSON file we are getting. So the file we are getting is what, the email, password, whatever. So I want to set this one all to null. Okay, when I click on this one, that means when I click on this one, I want to first of all set user like this to null. don't want user to remain in the login, meaning if I do like this now, click on logout, I set user to null. Now if I refresh, set it to null, but when I refresh it come back again. So I want to do more standard verification so that I don't see any person here. You see, I refresh, I set to null, but when I refresh it pull the data back from the database. So we need to do something instead. We need to solidify this one. So next will be who's texting me? So up here we need to write a logic also. We need to dispatch an action, the action that can be logged out, because remember we have everything. Next we can say okay, we need a dispatch. Dispatch we can just define it on top here, const dispatch, help us to shoot this function up to the backend. Dispatch is a use statement. It's going to use dispatch. It's coming from React or Redux. Then you make the grant value. So this will help us shoot this function up to there. So we have dispatch like this. Dispatch will be, we need to shoot an action. What type of action could be that? So we need to specify the object here, which is type. So what could be the type? The type will be log out. Where is a logout action coming from? Okay, the logout function is coming from here. If you can see here we have action reducers. So let me close backend. Okay, once you click on source here, component, have constant here, click on this constant, you can see the actions that we have here. We have logout. Okay, so this logout work in the action. So if you go to action, you go to user. Okay, for the case of signing in a user, signing out a user, here there's nothing complex. Now even if you go to your API, there's nothing complex also. You're still here, request the data, and you're signing in and signing up with the form data, nothing wrong. But if you go to reducer, okay, reducer here, user, this is when you will see the case scenario. The first thing, we are defining a state here. We say old data, that means by default the data must be null. Then we have the action here, which is the second parameter. So in the switch case here, it's going to check the type of the action we wanted to see. Also, if it is for the case of authentication or auth, meaning local storage, okay, dot set item into profile. When we have auth the user, whether you're logging him or creating him or signing him up, you have this auth here, authentication here, action. So what happened? It will set all the data into a profile and stringify the data, okay, means convert the data, okay, and pass them into this auth data, because by default is 0. Now when we stringify, mean we are passing the profile itself all here into this one. Later on we say the action, the data is the type of the data we're storing there. Then what happened? I'm going to return the state. Return the state here, this is called spread method, okay. It returns all the data which is already there except the new one. So the new one will be auth action dot question mark data here. This one will be the new. That means you are adding only this one, return everything, then plus the new one. Then for the case of logout, you say okay, local storage dot clear, means you clean everything. Sorry, someone text me 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so here we say local storage dot clear. I want to clear the local storage. Local storage is what we see here. Once we make console log in our browser. Okay, let me come back here. When you make a console log, Control Shift I. Let me show you guys. Control plus Shift plus I. When we log, okay, we need to log in something. We need to go on console log something. So what happened? Sorry. Let me go to my source code. Let me first run to admin. I will come back to user here. So in the admin, let's try to log this user. And before they use effect, press enter to give a space clg. Let me show you the example like this. Now if I go back here, you can see I've logged in the data. So here is local storage. This data here, they're just in local storage. They are not in the real storage because our data so okay, here I get these ones, so I want to clear them from here. That's the reason, because if I don't clear them, it can act like I'm still signed in, so it will go and pull my data, everything. So when I click log out, I want to log out from the local storage. Only the database will be there, and then it will be making comparison when we are going to log in. So here what I can say, we can go back here. Let's play this part. User, I don't want this one to be there. Okay, so remember they log in with email and passwords, only log individual, not everyone who have their account created within our website, only the individual. So here in the user, why is this guy disturbing me? 1 minute guys, 1 minute. Okay, so here we go to log out. Local storage, we call local storage dot clear. This clear here is a predefined function. Okay, it's going to clear all everything. Then we are going to return what a state. Okay, everything which is within the database for the user. Then we are going to say auth data is going to be null, because I don't want everything. So for the default case, we'll always get our data. So we export this to the user, and then we export to the our app, our main here. Then it is passed through store here to this provider. Okay, so this is the brief info about how the thing goes. So here we are going to dispatch a type of logout. So let's see what happened when we click on logout. So let's try refresh. Refresh Control plus R. Okay, so now you can see I have almost very close. This one is not important. Let's click on this one. Matosh, just edit on. Yeah, click here on logout like this. We see everything seems to be logged out, but what will happen if I refresh? Okay, Now I've refreshed, I couldn't see my name or someone. I can refresh again to verify. Here I cannot see my name because nothing is there, because nobody has signed in. So this will enable us now to verify. If there is no user, we are going to redirect someone to go and log in. This will be the best logic for us now. So we have our user here. Okay, we have our user and we can be able to do something about it. So let's go and say, let's go to our app and see how we can implement this one. So here the same thing, we have our user here. So it fill the user, we put the user here, and let's see whether we will implement from here or not. Remember, here we have our admin here, which is good, and then we have route element. So we have element, so we are going to do a logic like this. Okay, let me open my screen big so that you guys can see. So we have element here, so we are going to say, okay, here, let me first remove this. I'm going to say, if I have a user within my if there is user, I'm going to make a question mark. We are going to send this admin there. Otherwise, if there is no user, I need to send log in here, this one here. I have to pull this like this, copy, and then paste it here, and then we are going to see whether it will work or not. If not, then we'll implement from our direct there. So now we don't have any user. You see, the thing is going to work now, assuming I did not log in. Okay, I didn't log in. Then I have a mentality of, maybe I know their routes. If I go to slash question mark, I was having my mind like, if I go to slash admin, please, I'm recording one minute. If I have this one, admin, if I have admin, maybe I will enter into the database system. So if I click enter like this, it's going to check. If the person did not log in, it has to force him to go and log in. You see, it won't take you inside no matter what you do. Just see, click here, press enter, it won't take you because you have pressed on a login, and then that login it has cleared the data all. So now if I put my real email, let's see whether it will take me in. Email, the password will be 12345. When I click on login, and then I wait and see whether it will take me to admin or not. So here we are waiting, nothing happened. Click again. You see, there is complication. You cannot duplicate two components in one. Okay, that's what is trying to happen here. What will happen if you go to route login instead of admin? Login like this, put your email and the password 12345, click on login. It's supposed to take me to admin, and then we wait, nothing. This is the first thing you can see, but the advantage, you cannot get in if you don't. So let's go and see how we can continue making this one more better. So where is are you guys following?
Yes, sir.
So here we are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so here let's say, okay, instead of making this optional chain, okay, we are going to do like this. Okay, instead of using the login option, okay, here we'll remove this one. We are going to put here end. This end is only valid when the information is correct. Let's go and see. So now you want to go to admin. Now it takes you, and you see there is Ali Juma here. So now let's log out. Click here, click the admin, not admin, log out here. not going to log you out because you have only that valid information here for the user. Okay, now here you see it's somehow very complicated still. So what will happen if I remove user and put this one? Let's see. Now log out. Oh, log out itself doesn't have redirect. Okay, sorry. Let's go and see how we can implement redirect once we click on log out. We don't want user to remain inside. So here I will go here. Let me expand. In the login here, admin. Okay. In the logout function, once we click logout, we need something to happen. We need to navigate a user. Okay. So we need to navigate. So you need to get use navigate from up here. We have const navigate is equal to use navigate is coming from React Router DOM, the same library for link. So here we are going to say, okay, I will call navigate function, then I will pass where do I need to navigate a person. After pressing on the logout, send him to log in page like this. Now let's see whether it works or not. Here we go. After I click on this one, it has to take me there. Good. Now let's go and see one more condition with our code here. Let me pass it there. Let me go back again to app. Let's say log in person only when user exists. You can allow him when user exists and end. This one verify when the first condition is true, the second is true, the third is true. Now we will try again and see. Assuming you want to get in, okay, your mission is to get in by force. You go here and say admin. After I press on admin, see what happens. Will it take you or not? We are going to see if there is user, allow him to get in. If not, you crash. But this is not what we want. You see? And then what will happen if we log in again? What happened when we log in? 1 2 3 4 5. Click on login. You see, it crash. So this information is not valid for us. Okay. So let's take it from here. Let's save it back. Let's click on logout like this, and then click on admin. Since it is admin, okay, it will take us because there is no condition there, and also we are fetching the data by that. So we'll implement the condition up here with the user that we have. Let's go and see how we can deal with that one. Let's see here. Go back to admin and put the condition here. We have user here already in our admin, so we'll do something like this. Here we have this all condition here. We are going to say okay, let's see if there is user. Let's use if statement, or we can use ternary operation. Okay, we need to write something here like okay, if okay, if there is no user, okay, then we are going to do something else. We'll also put something here. So if there is no user, what do? We are going to say navigate navigate here to log in. If there's no user, go and log in the person, and then next, otherwise just say return. You put return here, that means just get up from the first condition, or otherwise let's just say here we are going to navigate to admin, navigate to /admin. Now once you do like this and give it a try. Okay, so let's try again. I'm sure there is no user there. Let's try admin and see what happened. It's loading. Let's see, is my application running or crashing? Okay, it's running. Okay, let's run everything. Good. Let's now /admin. Press enter. So here it's loading and it's not moving. That's it. Takes me to admin, and still yet you can see here there is no there's no user here. So here you can see it's somehow complicated. Let's say if there is no returners there, if there is no user, take us to admin. Otherwise, okay, let's do this one with the if there is no user. Let's return this. If there is no user, I return this. Okay, let's turn this function all here up to here. Feel free to play with everything here. Okay, up to here, this return. Let's just move it within and see if there is error. Here we save. Now we see everything seems to be moving. So if there is no user, then navigate us to log in, the first condition confirmed. Otherwise, if there is user, take us in. So let's go and say we have user here as 1, the password will be 1 2 3 4 5. Press log in. Let's see if user exists, take us inside, and you can see hi. When I click here on log out, I'm back to log in. Now if I wanted to go and enter into admin by force, admin small letter admin, press enter. We want to be redirected back into login. This is the mission. Here now it crash. Yes, redirect, no entry. You see?
Yes, sir.
You guys are following?
Yeah, and to ask question. Maybe all these things is JavaScript.
You say?
All of them is JavaScript. If we learn JavaScript, we understand all this stuff.
Yeah, they are all part of JavaScript. all the logics are written in JavaScript.
Means if you just learn JavaScript, you are good to go.
You say?
For this, if you just learn JavaScript, you are good to go for this function.
Yeah, all these functions are based on JavaScript logic, okay? Yeah.
Okay, sir. But
Yes, I'm getting you.
yeah, I don't know because I don't know if it is only me because just like Isaac said, the whole logic and whatever syntax is getting me so confused. The only one I would say that I have, will I say command of, is that of the user interface design,
The framework, React only, React and Tailwind CSS.
yes. Yeah, but this one, since we started this back home, no.
I understood, but okay, you guys need to know something. You cannot learn everything just within short period of time. Okay, that's why the videos are all recorded. Okay, you are going to move like this. You are first of all going to master how you can just write a simple backend command, how you can get your project start running. Just that one first page, this first page here called. Even me, I did not.
I didn't get you,
I
sir.
did not learn them all in one day, but I can assure you, you guys all will become the best. How? You guys are going to learn. Let me first get out from here. So that backend, you guys know how to deal with the front end, right? You guys know the folder structure, how to write the component and make everything looks beautiful, turning Figma into a real website, right? Yeah, just the problem is how you connect the functionality of the backend to work with the front end at the same time. So you guys will start like this. Keep on mastering your front end. There is nothing wrong about that one. At the end, even they pay front end more expensive than back end. So you go to back end. The first thing you guys will learn how you can write this entry point here. Without the rest of the file we imported, just the basic one, how to make your application run like this. Up to this level minus this one. Just master how you can work on this first page until get your application by running npm install. How to install this one. Once you guys master this one, okay, after mastering this one, okay, by watching the video, go and write the three folder: routes, models, middleware, controller. Just empty folder. The second thing you can do, the data structure. This one is very easy, it's not difficult. How do you structure your data? What other data are you getting from the user? This is when the structure come in. I want to make a form. This one is directly to the form because someone wanted to fill the form, and the data must know the kind of the data. So after understanding this one, you can understand, okay, the name should be a string combination of text, number, whatever. Okay, and then it must be required. Just master this one. Just go day by day, master this one. After master this one, okay, leave about authentication. Just master how the communication just between the form first of all. After that one, you go to controller. Controller is where the logic of everything happen. It's all pure Java script. You see, how do you fetch a data? This is the function you're going to write. You first need a variable that can handle everything. So await, understand the await work only when there is async. No async, no await here. So context here is coming from where? It's coming from the model. That's why I say you guys must master this one first of all. You can see here, context here is what you import into your controller. After, you can say, okay, in your controller contact like this, you can import the one from the model where the data structure was, then you can use it here by using this short function. Like, what does this one mean? Contact.find. This can retrieve all the data which already exists in the database. Okay, then you can do this HTTP request here. How do you deal with the HTTP request? How do you return this one? This one is not difficult. Master the function step by step. Next, you go, how do you create? This is the function, small function only for creating. After you master this function, understand the logic. Maybe you try to make it in Pigeon, even the way how you can understand it. First of all, if you want to create, what do you want? You want to get all the data from the form. That's this function represent the data coming from the form. Next, you want to what? pass them into the new variable, which is going to be the contact you are going to create. So what do? You first say contacts, you pass all these this one here, this information here, from the entry point of the input, you pass them into a contact. So what is next? You are going to say contacts new dot save. Just want to save it into the database. So what was the response? 201 means new data was created. Next, if you want to update, you see now we did not implement the rest of the function still. So I will help you guys with this one, but we don't need to update the contact of someone. Why? We only need to delete it out. So meaning we will implement the delete functionality. Okay, how we can delete a data. What do we want to delete? If we want to delete, we need to get the ID. After get the ID, we need to compare whether it exists in the database. Okay, if not, then we send this information here. Otherwise, we can call await contacts, which is the model coming from the data structure dot find and remove. We pass ID here, then send this message: contact was successfully deleted. This is how you master. After master controller, okay, leave about middleware. Middleware work only for authentication. Leave it. You now master model, master controller. Come back to routes here. If you master the routes, it's very easy. Route here is all about writing this one, delete function, import them, and then you give this one get, post, patch, and then delete. Then you export. Then after export, you go to entry here, in your data entry here. Then you can just import it on top. Remember, .js is a must, and you specify the root. Then just come down here and say app.use slash the routes going to be contacts. It will help us when we use slash.contact, we get all the data. Then you pass the one you import, and then the same thing for the user. After I do this one, we are done with the backend. Okay, very simple. Then you go to your front end. In your front end, what you can do is create this 3 folder: action, API, constant, reducer. This four folder. Then from there you master action, how action works. After action, you master the API. They are not big codes, but you cannot do them over 3 months. It can take you time, no issue. But just go 30 minutes per day. Watch the video 30 minutes, put them into practical, and then the errors is going to be your friend. It will come always. That's why I don't want to just jump and put everything straightforward, because it's going to disappoint you guys. This minute, okay. It's going to disappoint you. If I just jump directly to the correct answer with no any errors, you guys will see like it's really bad. So that's why I have to pass through the errors and show you guys that nothing is impossible, but you guys will get it. So you just master API. In API, it's all about connecting what you have back there. You have this one URL for your backend. You just bring it up here, and make sure if you make small error here like the one we made last time, give us headache to identify it. This is how it will be, and I'm going to share this source code all with you guys. Okay, and then next, fetch this one, data everything. So this is how it goes. I'm going to share this source code, all the one for front end and the back end, with all of you, so you guys will do your own project different with back end. Then wherever I find mistake, open my code, compare with yours, correct it. Okay, or if you can just type exactly like the way I type it, try to master it 2 times 3 times, it will make sense. Okay, that's how it works. But
Thank you, sir.
don't worry, like it's going to be hard. No, it's going to be easy, but keep on mastering your front end. Front end is even, they pay people a lot than back end, but this one can make you full stack, a full engineer for software. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
now I have, let me say, we are in which level now? We can log in. We can see everything. Let's try register one more user. Let's now give John else, something like this. Let's put his email here. We don't compare into email, phone number. Let's take this one with a lot of 0. and then for the subject we take anything here. Then here let's say just pass anything here like this, question mark or whatever. Then click here on send. You guys will know how to handle this one very well. And then let me go and log in here, from register to log in. From login I can specify the password and the email. 1 2 3 4 5. Press enter and wait. Now here I can be able to see. See here is increasing number of inbox, but that I can scroll down. You can see here I'm getting everything few seconds ago. The one we did before, it has taken 3 hours already ago. Okay, so you guys can see these are real data fetching directly from the website. Okay, so let me
Yes, sir.
yes, someone wanna ask question? Okay, we have 9 minutes. Let me try to deploy this one. Okay, let me show you how you can deploy both application within that 9 minutes. Let me go and deploy. Okay, so here guys, so here let's see how I can go about this one. Let me first go to my GitHub. Okay, let me go to my GitHub. Okay, here in the GitHub, what should I do? GitHub. Okay. In the GitHub is all about creating new repository. Repository means folder, okay, so that can handle a project online. So I just click here that button, new, and then within that new I can specify the name. Let me call this a full let me first start with the code for you underscore full stack, like this. Then I just go down private because public I want to share with all of you. I'll click on create repository. Okay, now what I can do here, I have this information here all. So first of all I will just say let me just copy this one. Okay, click copy. I don't know whether it's copy or not, or let me copy by myself from here like this. Right click, copy. Good. Now I'll go back here. I'll go to my Visual Code Studio. I can make Control J. So what I can do here, I need to have a git ignore file outside. Okay, so what I can do, I can say git ignore file. Let me pull it here. Git ignore file. Okay, let me get the copy of this one. Copy and paste it outside here. The reason why I made like this, because there are files, we don't want to upload them. File like this node module, this one have a lot of data within. Okay, this module have a lot. If you click on each of them, you find a very big number of code even that you cannot understand. So these are helping us to generate our both backend and the front end. So we don't want this file to go there, but we can install them when we deploy them. So I can just pull that one out here. Then here there is this module here. Okay, it's already, meaning they will not be uploaded. And then next, if you click here on the backend, you see this one will go. So let's go here, let's put here slash, then let's go back to backend and see. But this one is still active. How about the one in the front end? It's active. Okay, let's leave them here. Git ignores go to ignore those one, will not go up. So I will have to get out from here, from my project, all of them. Okay, this is the strategy. And then here Ctrl C, Y, press enter, CLS, enter, I just type here exit. I have to exit from here. Just enter. I need one terminal, and the one terminal must be in the root folder. The root folder is what? Stack, full stack. So I have to go back step again. Are you guys following? So I have to go back one step. Okay. Once I click on that one, now I'm in my root directory. Okay. To know that I'm in my root directory, I will just type the word list. If I want, I'll just type here list. Okay. Don't know why it's going slowly. So if I click list, it will show me how many things are there in the repository. So the list, the term list is not okay, it's ls, I think. ls, yeah.
ls
Like this. It's going to show me. So you can see what we have there. We have three things: git ignore, front end, and then back end. So we are fine. Let me first see the link. I think it's almost expired. Where is it? Here we have link. Meet. How many minutes? Hey, 4 minutes. Should I share the link, or we do this one tomorrow?
This now.
Let's do it now. So I'm going to share you guys another link, okay? And it will be recorded also, so that can help you. So let me send you link.